Hi, I'm Oliver. Everyone thinks I'm the poor cousin in the family, but they don't know that my modest two-bedroom apartment and 5-year-old Honda are choices, not necessities. I'm actually doing pretty well with my software consulting business, but I learned early on that flashing cash just attracts the wrong kind of attention. My phone buzzed with another text from my cousin Marcus. Dinner at Bellini's tonight? My treat since you're probably eating ramen again this week. That's Marcus for you, never missing a chance to remind me of my supposed financial status. Harvard MBA, McMansion in the suburbs, and a Tesla he can barely afford. His wife Vanessa is cut from the same cloth designer everything, and a smile that never reaches her eyes. Some of us work for a living, not playing with daddy's money. Rain check. I set my phone down just as someone knocked on my door. It was Sophia, my best friend since 3rd grade, and the only person besides my accountant who knows how well my business is really doing. You seriously need to get better furniture. How are you worth 7 figures and sitting on a futon from college? Because it still works? Come on in. Coffee? You know Marcus is telling everyone you're one step away from food stamps, right? I shrugged. Let him talk. Less people asking me for money that way. Sophia dropped onto my futon. Your family sucks, except for Elena. Aunt Elena was the only relative who didn't buy into the family hierarchy. When everyone else was following Uncle Richard's lead and kissing Marcus's ass at family gatherings, Elena would wink at me from across the room. Speaking of family, there's this big dinner at Uncle Richard's place next weekend. Elena called to warn me. You going? Probably. Marcus cornered me at the last one, making cracks about my humble lifestyle in front of everyone. Must be nice to live so simply, Oliver. Some of us have appearances to maintain. What a tool. The best part was when Vanessa offered me their old clothes for when you have job interviews. I literally signed a 6-figure contract that morning. My phone chimed with an email notification. I opened it and raised my eyebrows. Well, speak of the devil. Formal invitation from Uncle Richard. Family meeting at his estate next Friday. Says there's a lucrative investment opportunity to discuss. Sophia grabbed my phone. Let me see that. All family members are encouraged to attend this important financial discussion. Sounds like Marcus is cooking something up. Probably. Last time it was that yacht timeshare nobody wanted. You going? I thought about skipping it, but something felt different this time. Marcus had been extra smug lately, dropping hints about a game-changing deal. My gut told me I needed to be there. Yeah, I think I will. Elena will be there at least. Just remember, you could buy and sell half of them if you wanted to. Maybe, but watching Marcus think he's better than me while having no idea, that's worth more than money. The invitation sat on my coffee table, formal letterhead and all. Something told me this family meeting was going to be different from all the others. I pulled up to Marcus's mansion in my Honda, parking between a Porsche and a Mercedes. The house was all stone and glass with a fountain in the driveway. Vanessa opened the door in designer clothes and jewelry. Oh, Oliver, we weren't sure you'd make it. That car of yours still running? Better than ever. Nice dress. Is it new? This old thing? Just something I picked up in Milan last month? Uncle Richard was holding court with expensive scotch while Marcus appeared, clapping me on the shoulder too hard. The minimalist has arrived. Still driving that economy car? I keep telling Vanessa we should start a GoFundMe for you. The Honda's fine. Paid off too. Paid off? Now that's just sad. Money should work for you, not sit in a driveway depreciating. Aunt Elena saved me with a hug. Ignore him, Oliver. Some people think debt is a personality trait. At dinner, Vanessa described every expensive item. The silverware is from this darling little shop in Paris, and the wine. Marcus, tell them about the wine. Limited release Bordeaux. $600 a bottle, but worth every penny. Marcus turned to me. How's that little computer business, Oliver? Still fixing websites for mom and pop shops? It's software consulting, and it pays the bills. Bills? Speaking of which, property taxes on this place are insane. But that's the price of success, right? I noticed Marcus check his phone, his expression darkening briefly. After dinner, we moved to his office for the presentation. I found an incredible opportunity. 20 acres just outside the city. The owner doesn't understand what they have. I've got inside information that the area is being rezoned for commercial use next month. Minimum buy-in is $100,000. I'm projecting 300% returns within 2 years. While everyone was distracted, I noticed a past due notice from a bank on Marcus's desk and a spreadsheet showing serious cash flow problems. Vanessa caught me looking and snapped the laptop shut. Nosy as always, Oliver? Just curious about the details. Where exactly is this property? Marcus hesitated. West Side, the old Harrison farm. Interesting. When are you closing the deal? 2 weeks. I need commitments tonight. Uncle Richard started pressuring everyone. This is a family opportunity. We support each other. As the meeting wrapped up, I made a mental note to look into the Harrison property tomorrow. Something wasn't adding up, and I was going to find out exactly what Marcus was hiding. First thing in the morning, I called Sophia. I need your help with something. How much do you know about the old Harrison farm property? That abandoned place on the west side? Not much. Why? Marcus is trying to get the family to invest in it, claims it's going to be rezoned for commercial use. Let me check with some contacts at the planning department. Give me an hour. While waiting, I dug into Marcus's business history. 3 failed ventures in 5 years, each time blaming market conditions or unreliable partners. His current company, Prestige Development, existed mostly on paper with a fancy website, but no completed projects. Sophia called back sooner than expected. You're not going to believe this. The Harrison property isn't just being rezoned for commercial. It's part of the new tech corridor development. The city's announcing it next week. Land values there are about to skyrocket. And Marcus knows this? Has to. This information isn't public yet, but developers have been circling for months. I whistled. No wonder he wants family money. He probably can't get financing himself. There's more. I talked to my friend at Capital Bank. Marcus has been rejected for loans at 3 different banks in the last month. His credit is tanked. I decided to visit the property myself. The old farmhouse was run down, but the location was incredible. Near the highway, flat terrain, perfect for development. An elderly man approached as I was looking around. You another one of those developers? Just looking. Are you Mr. Harrison? Yep. Been getting offers left and right lately. Some slick fella's been especially persistent. Keeps lowballing me, though. Marcus? That's him. Claims the land isn't worth much because of zoning issues. But my neighbor told me about the tech corridor plans. Back at my apartment, I called my financial advisor. I need to liquidate some investments. How quickly can you free up $2 million? For you by tomorrow. Found something interesting? Very. I'll send over the details. Next, I contacted a real estate attorney I'd worked with before. By evening, I had an offer ready for the Harrison property, well above market value, but still a steal considering what was coming. The next day, Mr. Harrison accepted my offer immediately. Your cousin came by again this morning, got real huffy when I told him I had another offer, said he had investors lined up and everything. After signing the papers, I called Uncle Richard. About that family meeting. I think we should have another one before anyone commits money. Marcus won't like that. He's already got most of the family ready to invest. Trust me, we need another meeting. This Friday? I suppose I can arrange it. Same time, same place. Finally, I called Aunt Elena to fill her in. Oliver, you devious man, Marcus has been insufferable about this deal. Don't invest a penny and don't tell anyone what I'm doing. My lips are sealed, but I want a front row seat for whatever you're planning. Just make sure everyone shows up Friday. Marcus thinks he's finally got one over on the poor cousin. Time to show him how wrong he is. With the contract safely in my possession and the property legally mine, I spent the rest of the week preparing for Friday's showdown. Friday evening arrived, and I showed up at Marcus's mansion 15 minutes early, the real estate contract tucked inside my jacket. Vanessa answered the door with a surprised look. Oliver, you're early. Wouldn't miss this for the world. The living room was already filling up with family members. Marcus was pouring expensive drinks, playing the successful host. When he spotted me, he smirked. There's our favorite budget-conscious cousin, Scotch. Oh, wait, might be a bit above your price range. Water's fine. Uncle Richard pulled me aside. Have you reconsidered the investment opportunity? Marcus says it's a sure thing. I've definitely given it a lot of thought. Everyone settled around the dining table as Marcus stood to begin his presentation. He clicked through slides showing doctored profit projections and manipulated market analyses. As I explained last time, this is a ground floor opportunity. The minimum buy-in remains $100,000, though some of you might need to start smaller. He looked directly at me. We can make arrangements for those with more limited means. Annalena winked at me from across the table. Before anyone commits, Marcus continued, I should mention I've already put down a deposit to secure the property. All I need is your investment to finalize the purchase next week. That's interesting, I said, pulling out my folder. Because I have something everyone should see first. We don't need to see your budget spreadsheet, Oliver. It's not a budget, it's a contract. For the Harrison property. The room went silent. Marcus's face froze. What are you talking about? I slid the document into the center of the table. I bought it 3 days ago. Full cash offer, already closed. Vanessa grabbed the papers. This isn't possible. Very possible. While you were busy mocking my Honda and my apartment, I was building a multi-million-dollar business. I live below my means by choice. Marcus turned pale. You're bluffing. Am I? Let's talk about who's really bluffing. 3 failed businesses in 5 years, rejected for loans at multiple banks, behind on your mortgage payments, all while pretending to be successful. Uncle Richard looked stunned. Is this true, Marcus? He's lying. I've been very successful. The property you were trying to get family to invest in? It's part of the new tech corridor development. Land values there will triple when the city announces it next week. You knew this and were trying to use family money to buy it cheap, then take all the profits for yourself. Vanessa stood up, her designer bracelets clanking. How dare you come into our home and make these accusations? They're not accusations if they're true. Want to see the bank notices I spotted on your desk last week? Or should we discuss the credit card debt you've been hiding? One by one, family members started backing away from Marcus. Uncle Richard looked furious. You were going to cheat your own family? Within weeks, Marcus's company collapsed as word spread about his deceptive business practices. Vanessa filed for divorce when they had to sell the mansion to cover debts. 6 months later, I developed the Harrison property into a successful tech campus. I never accepted Marcus's desperate attempt at an apology when he came looking for a job. Instead, I just showed him to the door in my still perfectly good Honda. What would you do if you were in Oliver's position? Would you choose to live modestly like him even when successful? Or would you flaunt your wealth to silence critics like Marcus? Is it better to appear poor but have financial security, or to look rich while drowning in debt? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this revenge story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this one. New uploads every week.